Now we gotta lean forward.
Alright, so don't mess with it too much. That's all with me. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Okay. So
you ain't got no more light.
Yeah, I do. But it's gonna be a bright light in the bag for no reason. So can you see? Yeah, I can see this. So anyways, this is what, video 4? Yeah, this is video 4 of Loving Your Friends. And we were talking about the rules
of what to do and what not to do.
Yeah, so like the last one we was on, but don't make it more than what it is. If it's just sex, it's just sex. Don't try to go out somewhere, don't try to be kicking it.
Yeah, have them sleep.
But not having, or whatever like that. But like I said, if you wanna have a slumber party type shit, I mean, I understand that you might get a good nod off, you tired, whatever. And because sometimes I didn't get one off. I don't feel like driving home, or she got one off, she don't feel like driving, whatever. That can be cool sometimes. Another rule is,
what if you have a Glenn Close situation? Like, you know who Glenn Close is, don't you? Fatal Attraction. You ever seen the movie Fatal Attraction?
I know what it's about. Yeah.
Okay, Glenn Close was a woman in Fatal Attraction who was fatally attracted to old dude. And so if you get like a Glenn Close on your hands, like have you ever had a Glenn Close?
I mean, I have something reminiscent of it. I've had a few of those, but that's why, this is a side note, that's why if I, talking to a new girl or whatever like that, we just kicking it and chilling, whatever like that, I take back roads to my house, wherever I stay at. If I'm in Detroit, I take back roads. If I'm in Ipsy, I definitely take back roads and shit. Like, I don't know, it's rare that a girl, like, I first meet is coming over here. It's like, has to be on some desperate type shit, like on some desperate, I can't have her nowhere else type thing, because I don't want to bring no drama to my mama house, especially when I'm not here like that. But at my apartment, I take back roads, unless she didn't know me for a while, she don't know exactly how to get to my house. And I like it like that. So
how would you cut her off though? Just like, look, stop. We're not sleeping together no more. I feel like you're catching feelings. She's like, all right, you're right. I was catching feelings, but I still want to sleep with you.
See, you gotta know how. You need to know her level of crazy. That's another rule. Know the level of craziness of the person before you make them your cuddy buddy.
Sex can turn you to a crazy person though. Like, if it's that good, well, I'm not that type of person. I've never been TO'd, but for some girls or guys, it might be that good to turn them insane.
Okay.
So their level of craziness might not be measured until after you start.
With that being said, one rule should be first. The first time, if you're the one trying to initiate the cuddy buddy experience, you do it at their place first. Don't do it at your place first.
Yeah.
You do it at their place and then see how they react afterwards. And then don't do it again for another week. Because you can see how the absence of sex within a week is going to affect a person. Because if it was great and they really feeling they stuck up on it, you not doing it with them for a week is going to really fuck them up if they're crazy. If they're normal, it's not going to bother them like that. So that's another rule. You need to just leave it alone. If they start getting crazy, or they seem like they have the potential of getting crazy, don't make them the cuddy buddy. You need to know the level of craziness. That really needs to be number one. Yeah. I wish we numbered these. But you need to know the level of craziness. Yeah. And another thing,
because they might just show up at your house at like, let's say 12 o'clock, sitting in your driveway, like, come outside. And depending on who your friends are, you don't talk that much about it. You really depend on who you friend, like this is your really close friend that you know, that don't get mad and hold grudges or say some shit when they drunk.
don't tell your friends, because it's many of people who have associates that they love to call friends, and they'll say something, and then when a person gets mad, or y'all get in an argument, or y'all fall out or something like that, niggas be spiteful and say some shit like, yeah, I hear you fuck, and then it's gonna be a whole ordeal, especially if the other person is trying to keep on the low, or the other person was talking to somebody, not in a relationship, was talking to somebody then, or is in a relationship now. You need to keep the number of people who know you're doing it to a minimum. You should keep it to a minimum of 2, you and that person. Really, that'd be the ideal.
Safe sex, people. That should be number 1.
Yeah, because y'all don't want to. None of y'all out there want to have a happy Father's Day or happy Mother's Day.
Right.
You know, I know last year, I swear, was the fucking year for everybody to get pregnant. I know some of the girls who got pregnant last year, but I'm just saying that's another rule. Let me think. What's another one? What's another rule?
Let's see.
Stay away from their friends.
Oh!
Stay away from their friends.
Yes!
Gonna make shit. And really?
Do not sleep with friends.
Really? You know what? That also ties in with, you really shouldn't introduce them to your friends. Because you might have somebody in a group who try to fuck. And you, even though they're your cutty buddy, you still got some type of claim. You might get mad. You might get jealous.
Would you?
If I had a girl that is like my strictly cutty buddy and one of my boys is trying to fuck, I'd be like, what the fuck?
What if he did fuck?
Look,
and both of y'all was a cuddy buddy.
See, that's one thing. If I know any of my friends have had, like any of my close friends have had sex with a girl, I'm not having sex with her. It's just an issue with me. It's a personal issue. I mean, I'm not knocking you if you do it. I'm just saying that's a personal issue for me. I'm not cool.
Would you tell her to stop? Or would you just stop messing with her?
I just stop messing with her. I can't tell her to stop. I'm not with her. I don't. That's what people. You don't have. That's no. You don't have no claim. That should be rule number 2. You don't have no claim over them at all. You can't tell them what to do. You can't tell them who to fuck, who to stop fucking, who to stop messing with. You have no claim. So don't expect them to abide by any of your rules. Another rule would be, don't expect them to have like, really, when it comes down to it, I guess not. Don't expect them to have any obligation to tell you anything. They don't, because it's a cuddy buddy. They don't aren't obligated to tell you.
Where you at? What you doing?
Yeah.
Who you with?
They're not obligated to tell you anything. If they go out to the mall or
with another dude or another female,
you don't get mad because they're not obligated. You have no tie to them. You have no claim. So don't.
And if you feel like you getting too attached or you getting too possessive, time to cut it.
If you ever sit back and think, I wonder who she with right now.
Right. Oh, don't do it.
Just stop it. Cut it.
Yep.
Any of y'all girls, y'all wonder, I wonder what bitch he with right now. Cut it. Don't do it.
Time to stop.
Don't do it.
No matter how good it is.
It's not worth it. It's really not.
It's not.
So, I don't know. I guess maybe
those are the tricks of the trade.
Yeah, those are the rules for lovers and friends.
Lovers and friends. But my thing, I just will leave it alone unless it's just like a lust that you just have to fulfill.
That's her final thought. My final thought is, if you feel that you can communicate right and you can handle it, you have a good grasp on yourself, on your own emotions.
Sometimes it's not even about you though, it's about them. You gotta think, like, what could happen if your stuff is that good and he can't handle it?
Or she.
If
you feel you can put up with the minor consequences of whatever their actions are, I say go for it. So yeah, I guess we're going back to the crib to edit this. So yeah.
Deuce.
Oh yeah, follow me on Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter, Candyland @ Candyland. Mwah, I love you. I tweet everyone back. I show lots of love.
Twitter is Deals Music at Twitter. Deuces.